over 80 people that are in a relationship in school, they did not end up together.
You know how love day for Nigeria.
80 to 90% of divorce is
Being broke, yes, makes it hard to date.
you can't have a conversation without money being in the picture. On the first day, take women to where you are not supposed to spend a dime. Don't spend 1 naira.
Why lose a good person when
How can you just see somebody you don't even know the person?
you see say, oh, I just dey try get my foot in, and you expect me to match up to someone that is way higher than my current position.
Over the years, men they've ran with this idea. I'm sure she'll be listening to this podcast. Yeah. So, what's up, my people? This is Ikenna,
Yeah, and this is Leo,
the host of The Forge with Ikenna.
co-hosts for Ikenna.
Guy Afana,
My dear David.
you have no idea how excited I am doing this with you, honestly speaking.
Actually, I remember the first time you spoke about this thing. I was like, Minister Ikenna again. But yeah, this is actually a nice one.
Guys, we've been planning since last year, and I'm excited that I'm doing this. Before we proceed, I just want to put a disclaimer out there that this podcast is not anywhere against women. We have nothing against women. It's just two men having open and honest conversation, and you are open to listening and partaking in the conversation.
As well, I think this is also not against men.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
everyone should be all right too as well.
Okay, so it's best that, we start this podcast with a story.
Okay.
The Nigerians, they like I'm too much.
Actually, even me, so I did for that story. Which one you wanted then?
Okay, so there was something that happened to me many years back while I was in school.
Okay.
Now, there was this girl I used to like. So, we were not in any formal relationship, but we were friends, but there was something.
Yeah.
I mean, I felt something. In as much as
I know, say, no be normal friendship.
the friendship was not normal. So while we were doing the friendship, everything was going smooth. Then all of a sudden, innocent me, was just trying to go to class. That was when I saw someone else propose to this girl.
Oh, I think I remember. I'm not going to call any name. I think.
In fact, I'm sure she'll be listening to this podcast. Yeah. So someone else proposed to this girl. Now, these things happen, but as a man, you are just so locked up inside. You are not. You don't want to express yourself and stuff like that. But it's just a way to start this. But that's why it brings me to the question that I'll be starting.
Okay.
The reason why I was rejected the reason why I didn't see that coming, was it because I was not financially buoyant as at the time? Because when the whole thing started, the person that proposed to this lady was actually financially. Yeah. So should men date while they are broke?
Well, I think I remember this story because I remember back then we were at the hostel and we also saw the post on the proposal, in front of the entire faculty and all. And I remember everyone in the room then, we burst into serious laughter because we all were aware of the sacrifices, you already made for this
because it's a sacrifice. Like I keep person.
Like you made a lot of sacrifices with, relinquishing some of your things.
Yeah.
I think back then everybody knows, say, okay, he had, more funds than you and all. And everyone admonished you as well. And for me, I just personally feel like on the question you asked about, dating while broke.
Yeah.
As a man, normally, we have this instinct to provide, and also I'm part of what's if you provide material things. You get.
But the thing is that I know really I feel say there's a particular point in your life where dating should not be your priority. I mean, think about it. Someone just finished university, person is just finished NYS, is trying to put things together, and we know how hard it is in this. I mean, this country is hard on men. Actually. So, is it not unfair to yourself trying to go into a relationship when you know that you are not even financially capable? How do you see it?
Personally, I also am an advocate of if you don't get money, because like the popular saying, waiting poor man they find around love. Yeah. So like it's something that you should always strive to, be financially okay. But at the same time, if some things you don't plan it. So as a man, you try find money, you're trying to, set yourself up, and you see someone that is nice, okay. If go no go, bruh, I genuinely advise you go for it instead of once the person agreed to as well.
Yeah, I don't think there's any relationship that they don't plan. You cannot just be walking on the road and relationship just land for your head.
You slip and fall inside. No, you get some kind of times where we say like you were not really into the search for a partner or whatever, but it just happens, and like you just reason and say, I just cut this?
You see, when a person finishes university, and let's say you are done with NYC, that is like your primary. That's like your prime years, especially as a man. That's where you need to know what you are doing and go all in. You see, you cannot compare yourself to you that is doing part-time on what you are supposed to do and someone that has gone all in. Yes, you can't even compare the results.
No, but okay, dating in university, because I think they talk on the whole dating after university. I know most times for average Nigerian, being in school usually like we all know like your rock bottom type thing. So like when you look that kind of setting, so are you now saying being in a school, being in a relationship while you are broke in school is a problem? When both of us, especially when the lady broke too as well.
It's a problem. You see, school dating I don't even know how they call that. Check it. Over 80% of people that were in a relationship in school, university, they didn't even end up together. It's there now.
Where you get your statistics from?
No, the proofs are everywhere. Over 80 people that are in a relationship in school, they did not end up together. They were just patching. In fact, there was one particular guy that the guy was always moving one girl, as in 247, they were together. See, the reality that hits after university is totally different. Totally different. That's why I will not advise. I will never advise any guy to be in relationship in school. Just enter school. If you are looking for money, look for your money. If you are looking for academics, do your academics and get out.
Okay, I get you, Sha, but at the end of the day, dating while broke, for me, I feel like, yes, it's advisable, you are okay in all ramifications, because it's not just about the money, mentally ready, emotionally ready, and all. So, but like, we know how love day for Nigeria, money is a serious factor as well. So.
And you see, but there are people that always think that they can merge what they are pursuing and relationship. Men does not work like that. The average mind of a man is totally different. You can't. That's the truth. See, if you want to pursue two things, you will lose the both of them. Men mind don't work like that. Men, we are more into vision. Our mind is more vision oriented. So whatever we fix our gaze on, we try to do our best and bring tangible results. But if you are trying to, it's just like someone that is. You can't look too side.
I get you, see, but at the end of the day, I think you dated while in school, didn't you?
I did not date. I did not. No, I was not in a relationship in school. Inside school was. I would never call those things relationship because. We were just getting to know each other, and as at the time, it is not. I didn't see anything tangible.
Okay, so
that's the truth.
So everything you did in school was not a relationship.
I would never call that thing. In fact, those people that I was even close, I'm not even talking to them today. That's how bad it was. I would never call that a relationship. Although there were some times where, close to leaving school, I was not getting close to people. But over till now, it's just friendship all the way. Nothing tangibly serious that happened.
Okay, I get you, but genuinely as a man, primarily, try to get your money up. You can date while in school. For me, I believe being broke, yes, makes it hard to date, but at the same time, you can still.
So let's say we've decided to work and not be in a relationship. What time do you now think we are now okay to be in a relationship? Or what are the delays that you think that cause men not being in a relationship? What are those delays?
Well, I think, talking of money, most people I converse with, and you even see on social media, when they ask some people, why are you not in a relationship or whatever? When you are of age and all, and the talk is always, I am not capable, financially. Okay. I never settle. And sometimes that makes some men, delay and pause the thoughts and ideas of going into relationship because of Nigerian dating scene.
So I think, in as much as people are not in a relationship, people are getting married. Like, people, they marry these days
on a steady. Every month.
They're not financially capable. So all those people they marry, they are not financially capable.
Well, everybody gets their
own level
thought process and level of capacity.
Okay.
The way Mr. A, if you feel like with 1,000 naira I'm okay.
Yeah.
Mr. B feels like, no, I need 100 million to be okay. So, but I just feel like when it comes to relationship and all that, money first, love first, whichever you want to go for, it's your personal choice.
Now the thing is, 80%, 80% of the cause of divorce is financial incapacity.
You think?
His statistics are there. Go and verify. That's the truth. 80 to 90% of divorce is due to
financial reasons.
Financial incapacity. That means where two people were together and one reason or the other, they were not able to meet the financial obligation.
Okay.
And so if there's a particular threshold of amount that you have to hit before you are in a relationship, how are you sure that money will take you through?
That is why I say it boils down back to that thought of, okay, this is my plan, and plan the thing just happens. Your budget now. Oh, I need to hit this particular. I need to be in this part of my life. Hit this amount. Maybe have my own place, or even where I'm at. I'm like, no, I want to be in a relationship when I have a 2-bedroom or a 1-bedroom or a self-contained, whatever it is. And then you stumble upon someone who is okay with where you currently are. And why lose a good person when?
Because of finances.
Because of finances.
See, that's the problem.
But at the end of the day, do not put your head into
so, after I don't tell us the reason, you can't advise us.
No, the truth now, because genuinely, especially this our Nigerian dating scene, we know how Nigerian girls they imagine going outside streets of Lagos, they follow babe rap, and at the end of the day, even you be like, oh, let's see.
Yeah.
The location where she will drop as first date option it might be something that is way above your current position. Yeah. And at the end of the day, how you want to take them if you know home money?
But that thing now because women or ladies demanding for some certain level of or some expectations that a man should attain before he or she goes into a relationship. Now, don't you think men are those people that set those standards? Because I mean, we have seen different times where a woman will just come out and say that she was sent 1 million naira just for looking pretty. Just for looking pretty. And you see, there are men that do those things. And if you're a man watching this, you are doing that thing. Be careful. How can you just see somebody you don't even know the person? We set this standard, and then we can't keep up with this standard, and then we begin to blame these women when they come out to say, give me this, give me that.
Tomorrow, the men have their faults, but most times these ladies too, sometimes you see the position of this man that is sending you that huge amount of money for just sitting pretty, and then you see a guy that is just starting up. You say, oh, I just try get my foot in, and you expect me to match up to someone that is way higher than my current position. How would that work?
Okay, so the women have to, look at the man's reality.
Yes, now because genuinely women's expectation are not men's reality. We are same age. I am a guy, you are a lady of the same age. And then whatever you plan to do, we are almost in the same bracket.
Yeah.
Expectations in life, goals and plans. Yeah. And then you expect me to now, everything I make, I push it to you. How would that work?
That's even the problem. Women don't date their women they try not to date their peers, so they date up.
And then later, when that up no work, when I later become the up, then I expect me to now come on. See, genuinely, it's just this type of thing whereby you have to just be understanding. I know saying this new age girls will say understanding girlfriend a problem, but everyone has to understand their current standing in life, position, and understand. Say, I am just a guy trying to make ends meet, trying to build myself, and to every nigga out there, every guy out there, you strive to do something. Yeah. Bro, not listen to social media. Everybody, the fugazi over there.
Nigerian women are understanding. I said this podcast was supposed to be against against women, but Nigerian women are understanding. They are far. Honestly, that's why as a man, you have to be ruthless. See, I always say this. As a man, you have to be ruthless with your finances. See, the country is hard. Everything is hard. It takes sweat, blood to bring these things together. Only to just try to put them on one lady that doesn't even know what's going on with your life.
And that's why, for me personally, I always say it, and I say it to my guys, that as a lady being broke, I don't think you as a lady should be in a relationship.
Yeah.
Because why are you as a lady? Because that's when they say, waiting poor man they find around love. As a lady too as well, why are you broke and you're looking for a relationship?
Like, there are things I see online where somebody wants to take a lady out on a date. Person will say, okay, buy me clothes, buy me shoes. Why?
This is supposed to be a form of partnership. You also want this. So why do I have to put everything for you to, come out? And genuinely, that's something I do not subscribe to. Me doing it for you out of I want you to look a certain form of way when we are going out on a date or whatever is a different case. But you demanding I do that, I personally don't.
That's why I always advise that if you are going out on a first date,
as
in you are to take this lady to a place where you won't even spend a dime. You see, people come and say, hey, this guy, but that's the reality. If without money, you guys can't hold a basic conversation. You can't have a conversation without money being in the picture. Because, you see, when money enters like this, there's always an expectation at the end. That's after the whole dating, it will not land to where are we sleeping or take me to my hotel. And then when the man brings up this issue, the women will start getting angry that, so you just want this. But, a price was paid.
Money for him.
A price was paid. That's why for you to avoid these things, you are meant to take on the first date. Please don't get me wrong. On the first date, take women to where you are not supposed to spend a dime. Don't spend 1 naira.
Walk in the park.
And there are many places like go on a stroll. Go and eat sugarcane. Go out on a stroll. There are so many places in Nigeria now where you can actually, go out on a date without spending.
It doesn't have to be a high-end restaurant.
The whole idea of a date is to enjoy each other's company. See, you see men will be planning for date for 3 months, 5 months just to plan one date. It's because they are coming there to come and impress.
Any man who has to use months to plan, not because of his schedule and time, that man should not be in a relationship.
We'll say these things.
If you have to pause, and for me, I tell my guys as well, if you have to, struggle so much to do something that is so little, maybe you shouldn't be doing it. When it's not something that will bring. That's like dating a lady. Now, why I seen the talk on this whole dating a lady who doesn't have hers as well is you dating a liability. So go for someone who at least has something, even if not potential. So at least that is an asset and not just basic things. And
because all. You see, it's so alarming. And then these women, they come online to say, guys are not putting up, they are not doing as expected. But then the threshold this lady sets, is almost unrealistic. You may want to go crazy. There are so much of these things on the internet where a man asks this guy to be for them to go out on a date, and then the next thing he's saying, get me clothes, get me shoes, get me this, get me that, and then the man will be like, I mean, this is just a date. Like, see, in fact, for we to even solve this thing, we need to go back to the definition of what a date means. People just see this date as where you just come with your empty stomach.
I think another thing is, when you look at our Nigerian ladies, most of them see relationship these days. Definitely we have the good ones, but a lot of them see relationship as a poverty alleviation scheme.
And guys, this thing they go drag you.
No, but that's the truth of the matter. Most of these ladies see relationship as a poverty alleviation scheme. And you now have the problem where her family, and that's why, see, genuinely, no shades to every hardworking lady out there, but for me, I don't just see you as a person, and I tell my guys too as well, that entering a relationship before you even think of marriage as well, you look at the background. And if a lady, the entire family, you see say, oh, if I go with this person, I would have to inherit the entire family burden. Genuinely, in the words of fella, run, because bro, you shouldn't be there, man.
So now we live in a society where it is very important for men to have money. And that's too much. That's crazy. I mean, in this country right now, if your finances is not up, it's almost like you are dead.
But that's the truth now. Money makes things happen.
But it's not supposed to be like that. It's not supposed to be. If you go to Western countries, where people live, they really don't care about your money. And they do. This money thing is a Nigerian thing, and it has eaten up so much in men that a man is almost considering committing suicide because he's not living up to that standard, and it's not supposed to be like that.
When it comes to people who think of go as far as suicide because maybe you could not provide, or you provided a lot while you made a lot of sacrifices while in the relationship and it's now over, and you're like, with everything I've done, I got her a phone, I bought her this, sent her that, bro, then I don't think you should have. You make sacrifices for the ones you love, but sacrifices that will now put you in a position where you have to consider going here, brand now.
The pressure that men consume is too much, and but
sometimes we put ourselves in that pressure.
No. Society put us in that pressure.
But we accept it.
I mean, there are so many things that influences people. There are so many things, and society is one of them.
Yeah, no, but as a man, providing is your duty.
No,
providing is your duty.
It's not a man's duty. It's
a duty of a man to provide.
Okay.
But what happens is, who and where are you providing to?
You see, the moment you take on that idea that providing is a man's duty, that's the pressure you're already on.
Who should provide?
The Lord is our provider. You see, it sounds funny, but that's the truth. The Lord is our provider. You see, once you are in a society or you are in an environment where they say men are providers, men are to provide, but men are just channels of provision. Men are not providers. So God is the provider.
God is the provider.
Yeah. So when you say God is the provider, now you take off pressure off of you.
But at the end of the day, so God is the provider through men.
Yes, God is the provider through men, and now God is the provider. Men are the channels, and now because men are the channels, it can also come from a woman. Yeah, think about. You see, once you enter a relationship or a marriage as you being the provider, you've put the pressure on you. That means your wife cannot provide. So what does that mean?
Don't get me wrong. You as a man being the provider doesn't take away that's why it's a partnership.
But
your partner should contribute in this whole thing.
But your role is to provide.
Your primary
role
in the home is to provide.
So in situations where you meet women that provide.
No, provision. When I say provision is not just financially. As a man, you provide a safe home for your family, and that is them having what they need, which is security, and also the ability, a roof over your head, and feeding.
Let's keep it like this. Let's keep provision as bringing basic needs, right? So security is another thing.
Okay, so primarily as a man, even having ensuring your family has what to eat, a roof over their head, is your responsibility. You now having someone who is wise enough to understand that, she is an asset and not just a liability. To just sit and be like, waiting will chop. When your man is striving, is struggling, is trying to make ends meet too as well.
But the thing is, the average woman now provides.
Yeah, in this age and time, no provide now.
The average woman provides. The average woman protects herself. The average woman have a house over her head.
I don't even think it's average.
She does. Actually.
Less than average.
I mean, there are people that are working, women that are working, that have their houses, they are paying rent, and they are doing these things without any form of assistance from men.
There are some, yes.
Now, if you say you are the provider and you come in contact with these women, so what does that make you?
You're still a provider.
You're still a provider.
You're still a provider because you provide, and that is why at the end of the day, you just have a system that works. You come together, discuss how do we make this partnership, how do we make this relationship work.
Now, there are many men that they are successful in their marriages.
Yeah.
That they have the vision to a thing, let's say a business or something, but their wife is the major provider, and it is going smoothly.
For me.
I don't believe that concept that men are providers. You see, when we say men are providers, there are pressures in families, pressure in the society, pressure in the environment, pressure everywhere, even amongst your friends, pressure to deliver. And you are just an honest provider. Don't you say anything.
Personally, for me, I do not even have an issue with having a lady who earns more than me.
So you can be in a relationship with someone
I want to even be in a relationship with someone that at least
earns more than you.
At the end of the day, I'm still just a baby boy. I want to
guys, please, for all the ladies that are listening, please don't forget to hit him up. I mean, provided you have your money.
If you have the money, you do the needful. But at the end of the day, genuinely, having a partner who earns more than you as a lady is not a problem.
Who earns more than you as a lady?
No, like the lady earning more than you.
Of course.
In the relationship, it's not a problem.
It's not a problem.
As long as we have an understanding.
But that's where the problem is. That understanding is a very big problem.
See, when you hear some people saying, dating an independent woman, you have the problem of, maybe since she brings more to the table, she doesn't listen. Personally, I think of all the ladies I know that earn more in their relationship.
Yeah.
I haven't encountered ladies who do that. So I do not know, because even I'm close to the guys. I think they don't complain about things like
this,
that.
But this generation, there's a little bit of switch in that, because if you look at the older generation, they didn't take that. And I went and I did my research, and I realized that it was how they've been taught on how men should be and what it takes to be a man. Many years back, they only tell you, for you to be a man, just being able to provide, being able to protect, and being able to make love, that is what makes you a man. And over the years, men they've ran with this idea. They've ran with, with just being able to provide. So they don't care about your emotions. They don't care whatever you are doing. Provided you are providing for the family, they are protecting for the family, and then they make love.
Yeah, but
that is all. But while we are now coming down to this present generation, there's a switch in that.
Yeah.
And the switch was not just on men, because it was because of the women that the men now changed. Because of
the women or because of the times?
No, because the women changed. That was why the men changed.
Didn't the women change because the men changed?
No, because now I'll explain. So Men were providing. Men were being the
Men
providers.
are providing.
Okay, men are providing. But now I'm speaking in the past, right? So men were providing as at the time. Then something that happened.
What happened?
Okay, let's take it back to the World War. It was where everything happened. Now,
Okay.
during the war, there were more men fighting the war.
Normal, yeah.
So men were fighting wars. Before the war, men and women were living, families were living together. Men were doing the provision, doing the jobs and all those things. So during the war, men left their families to go fight war. Now, when the men left, women that were present, they had to take over the jobs that men were doing. That is where everything changed though. They had to take over. So before, men were working in factories, men were working in industries, and so on and so forth. Then, after the men left for war, the women had to continue. The economy has to run. So the women took over. They were now working in factories, working in where they would never dream of working, constructing bridges, constructing things. So that was where, when the men now...
shift happened.
Yes. So when the men came back now, there was a lot has changed. So a man leaves his house when it was 1-bedroom flat. He came back meeting 3-bedroom flat because the women behind were working. So after that shift, women started providing. From that time till now, women are still providing. So if you had run with that idea that men are the providers, you will not flow with these current women.
Okay. Well, at the end of the day, I still feel like everyone, put their quota into, and that is why, having money, since we're talking about money or love, having money in a relationship, be it marriage or just relationship leading, dating, and all that, having money puts you in a different light. When you talk about being attractive, being seen as attractive, money builds confidence, even how you view yourself as well. So it's just that type.
Usually in Nigeria, money breeds confidence, but it's not supposed to be.
No, but it's not only just Nigeria. That's why I'm like, it's a thing where when you have money, there is how you move.
There's a feeling.
There is that feeling when yes, I can. Whatever happens, I will be able to sort myself. There is this thing where you go when you have money and you are in a restaurant, you can just scan through the menu and order something without having to worry about what is the price.
But that should not be a yardstick of where your confidence come from.
No, but that may not be seen as the.
You see, all those things are societal things, though, but
societal things, but it's not who makes up the society.
The people in the society.
Exactly. So, like, at the end of the day, this is how we view ourselves. So if you view yourself that way, that translates to how the society.
But I believe a man's confidence should be not from how much he has or how much he makes. I mean, the knowledge of yourself, knowing yourself, your self-worth, your self-esteem, your self-identity, that is what should bring your confidence. Because money comes and go.
You would want to say that, but genuinely.
Yeah, if you are looking at the Nigerian system.
Not Nigerian system, the system generally.
See, I went to the bank. I was coming out of the bank. So the security people at the gate gave me his biro to fill up what I was doing in the bank. So while I was coming, I just squeezed money. Just for that assistant, I just squeezed money and I put it in. And now, after I did that, the man made a statement, say, "I'm your boy for life." And in my mind, I was like, God, you are not my boy in Jesus' name. Like, I was rebuking it because that is what society does. And if you are working with that, you will now think, that is confidence. But I don't see that. Though.
No, but confidence. Like at the end of the day, that is why they say money is power.
Money is the root of evil. They don't say money is power.
At the end of the day, money is power because that is someone who maybe when you were coming into the bank didn't see you as someone who he wanted to pay attention to.
Yeah.
But seeing that, you're the kind of person who will tip him.
Yeah.
Say, you're my boy for life. And I think in the Nigerian culture, you see it everywhere where people are trying to, hail you.
Yeah.
You're driving on the road, there are people over there hailing, looking for, you to give them money. Coming out of restaurants, coming out of the club, coming out of everywhere. Right now, everyone is trying to, beg. And that is why I'm like, at the end of the day, money is necessary.
So what will happen is we'll call it a wrap. But before we end, I'll throw you a very direct question. Okay. Money or love? Which would you go first?
Love, because at the end of the day,
Leo, you go for love.
No, hear me out.
Leo, now you go for love.
Love, because at the end of the day,
okay,
when you have love, you can love money and make money.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, let it be known that me, Ikenna, I will go for money.
I don't know, man. He's going for money. I am going for love, man.
All right. I think that will be all for this session. Please don't forget to like and subscribe
and share.
It's very important to us. Please, something that, and please drop your comment. Just drop your comments. Drop your feedback. Drop your response, and whatever you think we should talk about, please drop them on the comments.
Yeah, at the end of the day, I am going for love. Ikenna is going for money. What would you go for?
Money or love? Would you go for? Love or money? Put it in the comment section. Thank you very much. See you next time.